The conversation on reforming the education sector has become more pertinent as Nigeria has recently become the country with the largest number of out-of-school children in the world. A non-profit organization, Education Reform and Innovation Team, ERIT, is offering to partner with the Lagos State government to help improve our education sector.
Education in Nigeria is in a state of crisis, and so ERIT is determined to make a dent in the problem and in the crisis.
We cannot continue to fold our hands while our colleges of education turn out half-baked teachers and then pray for miracles that they will be able to educate our best and brightest to become future leaders. How can they give what they don't have? Our colleges must produce qualified and competent teachers and instructors. Our education was designed for the industrial mass production 19th century. If not, how can you explain a curriculum that still has a typewriter and teaches shorthand when students in primary schools in the US are building drones and robots? Government needs to always engage private sector. We need to be a community of conversant people.
The Lagos State Commissioner of Education, Mrs. Folashade Adefisayo, who was present at the event, raised some issues children face, which in turn affect their performance in schools. The need to improve school governance and administration was reiterated.
The social dimension is critical. They are very poor children from very poor homes. Most of them are working children, let's face it. That's why they will get to school late, because they're going to wake up in the morning to cook, to clean, take madam's children to the private school before walking down to the public school. We must leverage technology, and we must improve school governance and administration. Let me tell you, nothing will work if we do not improve the quality of the civil service. With all due respect, I've said I've met some very clever people, but I've also met too many people who are hidebound and have taken a position and they're not going to move from that position. So again, we have to do a lot of, capacity building, changing attitudes, changing mindsets, which is never easy.
Dayo Israel, suburb board member, mentioned the board's plan to renovate the education sector.
In partnership with LEN, which is Mrs. Fashola's foundation, SUBEB has been doing a lot in nominating very good, bright, indigent, poor background students from across Lagos State, nominating them for scholarship, and they're going to private secondary schools, Day Waterman College and the likes and all of that. Of course, there are challenges in terms of maximizing the numbers, which I'm happy that the Honorable Commissioner and SUBEB is working together to introduce a new program, a co-excel, which I'm sure the Commissioner will allude to when she takes the stage, which will revitalize and introduce technology into our classroom. What we believe that will help us to do is to also deal with issues of literacy and numeracy.
Beneficiaries from Slum to School Africa also shared their experience, urging the government to help children from the slum in order to save them from early pregnancy, child labor, and other abuses.
Many of my young colleagues that are outside pregnant from 13 to 15, 14 in my communities, just because of what? They think if they go back to school, the school will not accept them. And the school authorities are not even ready to accept them back to school. So they think if they are pregnant, that's the end of life for them.
As the education sector in Nigeria is at the verge of collapse, there is a growing evidence that private participation can help improve its effectiveness. Mercy Emmanuel for Plus TV Africa.